Just before opening, I visited Ireland's first supervised injection facility here on Dublin's Merchants Quay. Now, the centre provides a medically supervised place for people in addiction to inject drugs, and that's mostly heroin. They get clean needles, a safer private location, and medical supervision in case of overdose or accident. There are around 70 of these centres around the world. They're proven in those cases to reduce public injecting, needle dumping, and crucially, despite millions of injections in these centres, no one has ever died from an overdose there. They also act as a gateway to other health and housing services and eventually rehab. Now, in an ideal world, we'd never need a facility like this, but Dublin has been facing a heroin problem for decades now, and no amount of police work alone will be able to beat it. The alternative to a centre like this is what people are already living with in this area. Dump needles on streets and playgrounds, injecting in back alleys, outside schools, and the constant scourge of overdoses in laneways, cafe toilets, and on the streets of the city. They're so frequent, in fact, that even a death from overdose doesn't make the news anymore. Drug addiction is a plague, and the people trapped in it deserve, at the very least, safety and some modicum of privacy and dignity. Now, I backed this facility in the 2019 and 2024 elections. I was the only local councillor to put in a supportive observation when this was before on board Planola, and that's for the simple reason that they had been proven to work elsewhere, and it seemed to me that everything else has failed. Now, I understand why some people don't agree with these centres in general, or they don't want it in their area or a specific area, but ultimately I think it's something our country and our city needs more of, because the alternative is what we've seen for years, and that alternative is much, much worse.